Hey everyone, this is a 3-minute exercise on proprioceptive cueing. So I just wanted to give an example because I've been talking about it a lot. So here's an example of proprioceptive cueing, which is really similar to what we do in Yoga Nidra. All right, so come to a comfortable position on your mat or a bolster or a block, and just notice what's going on in the room around you. Check in for any sounds in the room, or anything to remind you of the here and now. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. And then once you're ready, bring your hands up on your head and just notice that your hands are on your head. Or maybe you take one hand off your head and then take the other hand back on and take the other off. And just notice how your hands are on top of your head. And just check in here. And then maybe bring your hands to your shoulders. And notice that your hands are on your shoulders. And maybe you take one hand off, and then another hand off. And just notice how your hands are on your shoulders, and I'm taking one off, okay? And then bring one hand, and then maybe two hands to heart center. And notice that you have two hands at your heart. And then maybe take one hand off and notice how there's only one hand on your heart. And then take the other hand back on and take the other off, and notice that you took one hand off. And then maybe bring two hands and notice how you have two hands over heart center. So that video I just did, I just wanted to demonstrate that proprioception is all about, in terms of nervous system, can sometimes be an access point for people when feeling our bodies feel hard, right? When it feels hard to feel our bodies and we can't access our bodies. So learning to notice how our body is positioned in time and space can help us navigate the challenges of living in a traumatic world, right? Because when trauma happens in the body, right, it can be hard to access the felt sense of our bodies. But we can learn to scan, I know my head is on my shoulders and that my hands are connected to my wrists, right? That's a cognitive exercise that puts me closer to my body, but also doesn't make me feel too much too soon, especially in a world where there's lots of crisis. So proprioceptive cueing, I highly suggest, is a great space to start when there's a lot of trauma and oppression happening around us. Thanks, everyone.